All right, here we are at the CCA Workbench for the Fish Bites Trading Post Rigs and Techniques, my favorite tackle store. And we're talking to Eric Clark from Yak Gear. He's a Hobie Pro fisherman, and he's going to tell us about how to set up our kayak to go out and go fishing. And I'm glad he's doing it because I don't get to get in the kayak very often. I'm a little too large for the kayak.
Well, safety first, right, Dave?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so once you have your PFD and your VHF handheld radio squared away, you're gonna have to worry about positioning. You know, fishing on the coast, we have a lot of currents, winds, and even some waves to deal with. So the first thing you're gonna want is a deluxe anchor trolley from Yak Gear. This is gonna allow for you to tie off to, anchor, and then be able to adjust it to the bow or stern of your kayak. And that way, when you do get caught in that wind or current, it's going to be facing the correct direction to actually deal with that, rather than hitting you from the side and trying to knock you over.
Right. You can put a stake in that thing, or
absolutely,
or whatever. Even your little mushroom anchor or whatever.
Mushroom anchors are great, especially if you're on a river and you want to drift a little bit. It allows it to kind of bump along the bottom.
Right.
Stakeout sticks, definitely, right through that eyelet there, and same thing to the stern, to the bow. Going to hold you in place and face you in the correct direction.
Positioning is everything.
Absolutely.
Next, you got something over there, that little flag showing up there. What do we need that flag for?
Glad you noticed it. That's what it's there for.
Yeah.
So this is a visibility kit. Anytime you're on the water in a smaller craft, you want to have some sort of visibility up high so other vessels know you're around.
Because we're so low in a kayak.
Exactly. Very low to the water. Not only that, but most states are going to require a 360 light if you're out in a kayak at night.
It's probably a good idea to keep that thing on in the daytime even. In some of the places where I go, like St. John's River and stuff with all the high reeds and whatnot.
Sure, as much visibility as possible.
I gotcha.
I often forget about it and leave it on, so.
Exactly. And I see there you've got a super crate. Now you always see a regular old milk crate in the back of a lot of kayaks, but this is the Yak Gear special one, right?
Yes, sir. So this is going to be the Yak Gear Kayak Angler Crate we just came out with. What's cool about this is you'll see that on the exterior, it's got some tie-down hooks that are all quick release. So when you're ready to get off the water, you can simply pull it out, take all your tackle and gear off with you, along with your 4 rods. It gives you a way to carry all your rod and reels back to your truck, over to the water hose, so you can rinse everything all out down at once.
Right.
Not only that, but it gives you the storage you need. Like I said, tackle trays, it's going to hold at least 8 of those. We have a really cool floating, folding measuring stick. Make sure you're keeping legal fish.
And that's really great for if you're fishing in a tournament or whatever too, right?
Absolutely. A lot of these catch, photo, release CPR tournaments are going to require you to have a measuring device.
And I noticed that, you know, you've got a paddle on here. I mean, and even though if you're going to be using the pedals, you're going to want to have a paddle. And this looks like a really nice one.
This is one of our favorite products. I'll pop out one half of it here. The cool thing about the Backwater Assassin paddle is it's expandable. So it'll go from 250 to 260 centimeters. Not only that, but on the blade, you'll see one side serrated for pushing off. The other side has a hook, and that's great for pulling into mangroves, pulling into docks. You don't want to do a lot of leaning off the side of your kayak, so any tool you have to help.
The few times that I've been in a kayak, I've had the nightmare of trying to push off with a rounded blade.
Oh, it just slips.
And or trying to pull in with a rounded blade.
Yeah,
no,
good luck.
You're just hacking and hacking and hacking.
Right.
So next we've got all these little accessories that you've got stuck on here. How do you get those on there?
So the accessories are driven off of either a rail mount or in the track system.
Like one of these things here,
Exactly, exactly. A few different ways to mount. Railblazer has a really cool quick release mounting system for any vessel out there, whether you need to attach something to a grab bar, a pulling platform, casting deck, or if you want something track mounted that you can adjust and change all the different angles to.
Yeah, and this is what they look like, right? When before you put them on.
That is one of the mini tracks we offer.
And you can put this on a skiff too if you want to. It doesn't have to be a kayak. You can put this on any kind of vessel.
We have people putting those on skiffs, aluminum bass boats, even pontoon boats on the dash to hold their cell phones, you name it. They're putting our accessories and mounts on it.
I got you. And I noticed that right there on that, in the rod holder there, you got a really nice light tackle rod and reel combo. That's the Penn Battle 3 on the Fenwick 7.5 Elite, and that's a really light, light tip,
feels
very
like
fast action. Yeah, very, very cool for using on a kayak because you can cast a long way with that 7.5 foot long. So where are you going to get all this stuff?
So At all your major sporting good outfitters, all your big box stores, we're in Walmart. Not only that, but your marine and kayak specialty shops, and of course online at yakgear.com.
Beautiful. That's perfect, man. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
You know, Eric, we're going to have to get that stuff in the trading post, you know,
Yeah,
the fish
absolutely.
bites trading
Absolutely.
post.
And if you ever need a job in television, you did a great job, my friends. I'll
Dave,
tell
don't
you,
even
I was
bother
so
billing me. I'm
impressed.
sending the check straight to you.